What? Loud? Hmm. Uh. Okay. What? All right. Oh, what's up? I'm trying to get my settings right. I had to redo a bunch of stuff, so I don't know if. Hmm. All right. Someone says my volume is low. It shouldn't be low. I haven't been saying much. Can you hear me? Y'all hear me? Volume is good. Okay, cool. All right. I haven't streamed in a few days. Everything's all jacked up, all my settings. Dude. All right. Just gonna do some lightweight. I'm gonna start off just doing some little lightweight, kind of shrimpy flies. Just some lightweight stuff. This time of year, I go back in the marsh a lot, and I'll be throwing a lot of lightweight flies back in the marsh. It's just a little bit. Just using some barred rabbit right here. I'm gonna start off on this one. Add a little pearl flashing to it. Is the camera? Just adding a little bit of pearl flashing on there. Oh, that did not. I'm gonna add a little bit of like some little pinkish crazy legs to it. just for the heck of it, I'm going to add a couple of easy shrimp eyes. By the way, y'all got some new videos on my YouTube channel, you know, regular videos if y'all want to go check them out. Alright. Always, whenever I put these easy shrimp eyes on there, they're right here. I always take and put a little bit of glue over that. Hit it with a UV light. Good enough. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of I don't have much left. Some white minnow head brush to it. I don't have a lot of this left. I gotta get some more. Anybody wants to book a trip, come down and fish. I've got a lot of slots open in May. If you don't fly fish, we can do spinning rod too. All that's good right now too. Just put the clip right here. I think on this one I'm gonna throw a little bit of like a very light pink wrap around it. Right here, like a light pink crack wrap. I dropped it on the floor. Dropped it on the floor. Well, look at that. We got a whole 5 people watching. If everybody gives it a thumbs up, we'll get some more people in here, y'all. I bet Ty's Flies has got 300 people watching him if he's live streaming. What's up, Country Carpenter? Just trying to. I haven't streamed. Yesterday I was on there for like 7 or 8 seconds, but I was just checking some settings. I built my computer for editing and stuff, but I've had issues with it here lately. I think it's something with drivers or something, but so I redid a bunch of stuff on my computer. It's still not 100%. Yeah, I saw that. Just doing some little lightweight flies. This time of year I fish a lot way back in the marsh, and I mean I fish all over, but there's a lot of good areas way back in the marsh I like to fish this time of year, and a lot of it's over grass. You'll have underwater grass, so I'll throw these lightweight flies on top of that grass and pull across the grass. So yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Little black and white striped barred rabbit tail, a hint of pink, a little pearl in it. I threw some pink eyes on there. Threw some pink eyes on there just for the heck of it. I mean, the fish don't care, but it looks cool, you know. But y'all know how I am. I'm gonna do a few flies of the same thing before I go swapping everything around. If I can find my hooks, which, oh, here they are. If everybody that's watching, all 9 of y'all, if y'all would hit the thumbs up, it would help out a lot. When I first started tying flies on live stream, man, I'd have like hundreds of people watching. Some nights I would have like 14 or 15,000 views, which was crazy. And I don't know, lately it's just it's died down a lot. So I don't know. What I keep looking at when y'all see me look this way, I can see my camera on my screen, and I'm just trying to make sure this is in focus, because sometimes it's not in focus, and it's trying to focus on me instead of focus on the fly. I don't know. I'd rather it focus on the fly than me. So I'll probably do a couple more of what I just tied before I move on to something different. So I'm just using a very lightweight lead eye on here. So I'll just throw it on there and get a few wraps to get it started. Now I kind of turn it. What I'm doing is I'm looking at it to make sure that the lead eye is like 90 degrees with the hook. It don't have to be perfect, but as close as I can, I'll get that 90 degrees with the hook. And then start doing my cross wraps on it. And then after I get a bunch of cross wraps on it, I'm gonna go ahead and do some little side wraps. So I'm going under the lead eye and over the hook, and that's just kind of tightening those cross wraps down. Then after I do that, I'll just run a thread base down the hook. And then go ahead and put some glue. Put some glue over the eyeballs. Then hit it with the UV light. Alright, and then I'm going to find my barred rabbit right here in front of me. See it right there. Barred rabbit zonkers, the white with the black. Got it from No Wake Outfitters. It's the local fly shop here in New Orleans that I use a whole lot. Those guys are really good. They know their stuff. They don't just sell fly fish and stuff. They sell some spin stuff too, and then also they're a big kayak dealer. They sell a lot of kayaks. You know, a lot of people nowadays are fishing out of kayaks, so they do that. They sell them and they equip them. You know, they put all the stuff on there because nowadays people will take a kayak and equip that joker like a bass boat or something. My screen says 11 in chat and 4 went to 5. Yeah, I'm showing right now, I'm showing 13 people watching. You know, it says there's like 13 people watching right now. It's crazy though. I used to have like hundreds of people watching, and shoot, man, I'd have like I said, about 14 or 15,000 views in one night, which is crazy. I don't know, it just kind of died. All right, so we're gonna take some pearl colored flashing. I just wrap that under my thread like this, and then I'll go ahead and kind of get it started. And then once it's started, I take it like this and I pull it parallel with the hook and go ahead and wrap it up like that. So you just got some flashing on your tail. I can try to put this closer for y'all. Maybe that'll help. Alrighty. And then again, we'll add some crazy legs to it. I'll take 2. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put these crazy legs under my thread and kind of lock them in. I'll get that started. And now I don't need these to be this long. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of tip. I just want some of that pink showing. Like that. All right. So I don't have much of this minnow head brush left, so I'm going to use that. just a couple of inches on the minnow head. I don't have much of this left anyway. I'm trying to use it up. Go ahead and get that started. After I get through after I ride this white minnow head, I got a little bit of chartreuse right here. I'm gonna do some different variants of this fly. Oh, I left off my eyeballs that time, but it don't really matter. I forgot to put my little eyeballs on there, y'all. Not a big deal. Y'all, I uploaded some regular videos to my channel. I think today. They're not very long. I think one's like 4 or 5 minutes long, and then I added a new short or two if y'all want to go watch that. This right here is a very light pink. It looks white, but it's actually like a very light pink color. Pretty sure this is, unless I mixed them up. Oh, that's right. This is the light pink color. It's just so light. It looks almost white. What's up, Bay? That's funny. You call your channel Bay 8 because here we got a lot of bays that are numbered also. Bay 5, Bay 3. I mean, we got 3 Bayou, 4 Bayou. We got all these different bays around here that are numbered also that people fish. I had one of my local clients that wanted to go. He wants to go fishing. I don't know when he's going to be able to go now. He's been wanting to go for a while, but I've either been booked already or we've had bad weather. So I think he's getting like a knee surgery Tuesday, y'all, and tomorrow would have been the last day to go. But the weather's not supposed to be good, so I hate it for him. I'm gonna have to try to take him, I guess, as soon as we can, as soon as his leg heals up. Double meaning. It's a double meaning. Bait fishing the. Oh, I got you. That's smart. That's a smart play on words. My channel My channel used to be called Gripping, Gripping, Gripping Lips. You know how when you hold a fish, especially bass, you know, it used to be called Gripping Lips Fishing. And it was like that for years. And that was also the name of my guide service for years. But I changed it. I changed it to Louisiana on the Fly just because I thought it sounded more professional. And when I checked, nobody had Louisiana on the Fly, which I was surprised about. So, you know, I bought the domain name real quick, and then that's just I've been doing Louisiana on the Fly ever since. There we go, y'all. Another little lightweight scrimpy pattern. My vodka. I'm just kidding y'all. It's water. I don't drink. All I ever drink pretty much is water, y'all. And protein shakes, I guess. We'll tie this one a little bit different. I'm gonna put a little bit of chartreuse on this one. Yeah, y'all remember the Dave Chappelle and Chappelle show? That's it. Y'all remember on the Chappelle show when he played that little crackhead dude? He'd be like, drugs and alcohol had ruined my life. Which, I mean, they didn't ruin... I've never done any drugs, so... And alcohol definitely did not ruin my life. So. And I used to bartend. Back in my 20s, I bartended here in New Orleans for years and years. I was a show tender, you know. I would throw the bottles behind my back, catch them in front of me, and flip bottles. I used to do all that stuff in my 20s, but I just don't care anything about drinking anymore. It's like a waste of money and time. Instead of going out to bars, I can do something productive at the house, like tie flies. All right. I'm gonna put a little bit of chartreuse on this one, y'all. Because if it's not chartreuse, it's not any use. So everybody watching, if you're new to the channel, I'm a fishing guide down here in Louisiana. I do fly fishing and spinning rod. Of course, fly fishing is my favorite, but I do spinning rod also. And they announced, and I do offshore stuff also. Offshore fly fishing and spinning rod fishing. So they announced the other day that red snapper season is going to come in May 1st. So if you've never done red snapper and you would like to, I do red snapper trips. So if you go to my website and you want to book a red snapper trip, you can go to my website and shoot me a message. Snapper is a blast if you've never done it, because down here in Louisiana, you get to keep 4 snapper per person. And usually when we're snapper fishing, we're going to catch other stuff besides red snapper. We're going to catch mangrove snapper. Sometimes you'll catch cobia. Sometimes you'll catch tarpon. I mean, you don't ever know what you're going to catch out there because it's offshore. So anyway, snapper season comes in May 1st. If y'all want to book a trip, go to my website, shoot me a message, and let's do some snapper. I'm gonna throw some little bit of pink flashing on this one, y'all. This is like a light pink flashing. I'm just changing this one up a little bit. I tell you, I can't wait to get out there. Once it heats up and stays, it's already heating up. It's already in the 80s every day, but once it heats up and stays hot for a while, y'all, I'm ready to go do some offshore fly fishing. That's what I'm ready to go do. Go out there and hook into some stuff that breaks your arm off, you know what I mean? You got to use like 12 weights. 12 weights and up. I wouldn't go out there with anything less than a 12 weight, because a lot of times offshore, when you hook in those fish offshore, they're going to dive. You know, a lot of them do. So you definitely want at least a 12 weight or higher on your fly rod, just to get those fish up, because they're going to dive. I'm still going to throw some pink crazy legs on this one, but then we're going to mix it up with a little bit of chartreuse. But we're still going to throw some pink crazy legs on there. Yeah, man. It's so much fun. People come from all over the world down here to fish. I've had people from, golly, it seems like just about every country. I know I haven't, but it seems like every country in the world. I mean, I've had people from all over Europe. I've had people from Canada. I don't really count Canada. I've had people from South America. Believe it or not, I had some people from Ukraine. I was like, aren't y'all in the middle of a war right now? And they said they were going back home. I was like, there ain't no way in the world I'd be going back to Ukraine, but they said they were. Yeah, I've had people from all over the world down here fishing. All right, I'm going to throw some pink crazy eyes on this one again. So on that, I always flip the fly over so the hook is facing up. And these are not crazy eyes, easy shrimp eyes. And I always just kind of split the hook with the V. So I just kind of run it back. I split the hook on there. Like that. And then wrap it up, B. All right. And then I throw a little bit of glue over the shrimp eyes right there. Then hit that with the ultraviolet light. See there? That's what they. All right, we're gonna throw a little bit of chartreuse on this one to break it up a little bit. Give it a little bit of color. So this is just some short. I think this is minnow head brush. I think, isn't it? The sticker's gone. Oh, you know what? It's the wrong bag. It's the wrong bag. But yeah, I think this is minnow head brush. I don't think this is Foxy Furs. I think this is 1.5 inch minnow head right here. That's what it looks like to me. 1.5 inch minnow head brush. And we're just gonna get that started on here. You know, minnow head brush has a wire that runs down through the middle of it. So right now I'm just tying it to the wire right here to get it started. And see, that's how it sticks up, like, because like I said, there's a wire that runs down through the middle. And then we will go ahead and wrap it up. I'm still going to throw a little bit of white right at the beginning of this fly. I'm just adding some color with this. I'm just adding some color right here with this minnow head brush. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna throw some white around it. As I drop all my stuff on the floor. Dang it. I just dropped a bunch of my lead eyes out of my bag. All right, got them. All right. I'm going to use actual white on this one, although the light pink don't really look much different. Oh, I cut my thread. That's fine. It don't really matter. If you ever cut your thread, just rewrap it, y'all. Not a big deal at all. If you tie flies and you like don't ever cut your thread, then you're like some kind of epic pro, because you know everybody cuts their thread at some point. All right. think we might change it up after this fly. Tie something different. What's up, Master? So has everybody's spam calls stopped coming in over the past week? Have y'all noticed y'all spam calls have kind of went away? All right, there we go, y'all. We've tied a few flies like this right here. We just made that one a little bit different with a little bit of chartreuse mixed into it. But we can change it up, tie something different. I get bored kind of tying the same thing all the time also, but let me just put this stuff up and we'll tie something different, y'all. Yes, I guess it's... Yeah, me too. I tell you what I get calls from. People trying to lend me money. I'm not shopping for a loan. I'm not looking for a loan. And every day, or not every day, not here lately because they probably don't have any internet or electricity right now, but usually I get calls from people trying to loan me money. And I'm not shopping for a loan. But that's usually what mine are. Trying to loan me some money. Like you're pre-approved. I think I'm gonna tie some little fishy flies, y'all. Some little bait fish flies, long sharks. Yeah, but they must have been like Iranian long sharks or something because past week or so I hadn't got as many calls. All right. I'm just swapping stuff over right here, y'all. Putting these supplies up. I'm gonna grab some different stuff. And we'll tie some, I think we'll tie some bait fish flies. Loan sharks, baby. I never answer the phone call, but the reason I know because I got the visual voicemail where I can read the voicemails, you know, and it'll be like, "Hey, you're pre-approved for $72,000 or whatever it is," you know. All right, let me grab some different material. We'll tie some little fishy ones. I think I'm gonna tie some very simple little bait fish flies. Let me get some material out for it. There it is. I thought I bought some blue, but I couldn't find it, but I just found it. So y'all, I'm just getting some stuff out real quick. We're gonna tie some bait fish flies. I haven't tied any. in a little while. Very simple flies to tie, and they work really good. Ooh, that looks sexy. I think we got enough to start with. Yeah, I think we got enough material to start with. Just getting out some different glue, y'all. If I can find the right one. That's flex. I need thin right here. All right, y'all. I think I got enough stuff. All right, let's do it. Sorry. It takes a little bit to swap everything over, y'all. What's up, Owen? Just gonna tie some bait fish flies. Another thing really good for springtime, you know, bait fish flies, like lightweight. Do I find the redfish down in Myrtle Grove are all kind of like port fish on by Grand Isle, not very spooked, out of stress. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I've never. Well, I have fish port. I do Grand Isle and Port Fourchon. I normally do it actually this time of year, spring, and I do a lot in the fall over there, like late summer, fall. Um, Myrtle Grove. The closer you are to the marina areas, the spookier they are, and I tell you why. I think it's from the bow fishing. I think the bow fishing guys will get them spooked in certain areas. Um, I'll even go into some of my ponds sometimes, and I'll see arrows stuck in there that people lost the arrow. Um, Grand Isle, man, those fish eat over there. We've had some epic days in Grand Isle fly fishing, man. I'm talking about just days over there where you're catching, God, a ton of fish, you know. Um, I usually start hitting Grand Isle this time of year. Grand Isle, I'll hit this time of year. Usually the islands, all the islands around Grand Isle, I'll hit that. Really, everywhere is kind of good this time of year. You know, you can go all. We're catching fish all the way from the Gulf, all the way to way back in the marsh. So really, kind of everywhere is good this time of year, man. It's kind of hard to say, you know, where to go because it's all just so good this time of year. All right, y'all, let's do some bait fish flies. These are just really simple. I'm just going to kind of tie these like I do my offshore bait fish flies. I'm going to start about halfway back and just run like a little bit of thread base about halfway back. What we talking about? Fishing. Talking about what we talking about? We talking about fishing. All right. I'm gonna throw some white on this one right here. It's kind of a body. And then we'll mix it up with some different colors and flashing and stuff. Now, once it heats up, you know, like whenever it gets pretty hot, like late April, May, you know, stuff like that, whenever it's pretty, especially around May, early June, you'll be able to go out and fish the beaches a lot, and there'll be a lot of big bull reds along the beaches. And so that time of year, you can go out and hit the beaches and catch some grown fish, you know. Some of them fish, you go out there and pull your arm off. I'm going to add a little bit of chartreuse to this one. Just kind of a little bit of chartreuse. That's the cool thing about bait fish flies, y'all. You can kind of... You can kind of do them however you want, you know what I mean? Bait fish flies are just they're so simple to tie that you can be creative with them. Because you know how it is. You pull that thing in front of a fish, he's probably going to eat it. So I'm going to add some a little bit of flashing to that, and then we're going to add some feathers and stuff, and then we're going to put some big old eyeballs on the front of this thing. What time am I planning live till? Dude, I don't even know, man. I usually just get on here and go and stream until either it slows down to where there's nobody watching, or I get super tired. So so that's usually how I roll. I love when y'all talk to me, ask me stuff about fishing though. That's pretty cool. Instead of me just sitting here tying flies, you know. For those of you that don't know, that are new to the live stream, I'm a fishing guide down here in Louisiana. So I don't just tie flies, you know. I take people fishing, and it's not just fly fishing. Fly fishing is my favorite, but we also do spinning rod charters. So if you don't fly fish and you want to come down and do a spin rod charter, we do that also. I think I'm gonna add... No, I'm not. I was gonna add a little bit of blue to that, but I don't know. Maybe. If I add a little bit of blue, it'll make it like a sexy shad color. We can add a little bit of blue to it. We'll add a little bit of blue to make it like a sexy shad color. There you go. Give it that sexy shad color right there. Why are random messages retracting and no, I'm not doing it? Oh, the one, yeah, I see one right there. Sometimes if it's something that YouTube thinks, that the AI catches or something, it might retract it. So it might be YouTube doing that, but it might not. It might not necessarily even be anything bad. It's just YouTube's AI is crazy, so it could be YouTube doing that. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of blue flashing to this right here. It was about fishing. Yeah, who knows, man? It was probably YouTube's algorithm. The same algorithm that I'll spend hours and hours editing a video and upload it, and it'll get 5 views. You know what I mean? So that's just the way it is, man. When's my next fly fishing trip? Probably. 'Cause I got some local people. I mean, I've got a lot of trips booked, but my next one is hard to say. It's probably going to be as soon as the weather gets okay. I got some local people that want to fish. We're basically just waiting on the weather. Looks pretty sweet, don't it, y'all? Very simple little bait fish fly. Um, you know what? Let's rinse and repeat that. Let's do the same thing. Let's do another white, chartreuse, and blue. I think it'll look cool. Streamline, good color, yeah. No idea, man. I'm not deleting anything, so YouTube, like I said, could be deleting it. Skynet, dude. Skynet's deleting it. We got Skynet deleting it, dude. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of chartreuse again. We're basically just gonna rinse and repeat what we just did. Let's do another little bit of chartreuse, another little bit of blue. We'll add our eyeballs to it. We'll be about done with this one. I might have to grab. I got a whole nother thing of chartreuse. Oh, there goes some. This one's almost. This one's almost out. Oh no, Cullen, you're not a guide, are you? Are you a guide? That I don't think. I mean, I don't know I don't know all the guides' YouTube channels. So, but you were talking about Fushan. I know some guys that that are guides that are from that area, but I don't know what everybody's YouTube channel is. So, ooh, that's sexy looking. That'd be looking good. Looks pretty sweet. We're gonna add a little bit of blue flashing to it on the top, and then we're gonna add the eyeballs. Giggity. Ooh wee. All right, I'm gonna tie this one off, throw some glue on it, and then do the put the eyeballs on. It's got some little bitty strings that don't matter at all, but all right, let's put some eyeballs on there. I'll show y'all. Is that my thick? Yeah, it's my thick. We're gonna put some big old eyeballs on there, y'all. Just to make it look cool. I mean, that's the only reason I'm gonna do it. We're gonna put some googly eyes on it. Put some googly eyes, yo. I'm just doing it. You can obviously you could put small eyes on here. I'm just doing this because it looks cool. I like the way those big eyes look sometimes. I do this on a lot of my offshore flies. I put some big old eyes on my offshore flies. Do I have a circle hook? No. I use circle hooks offshore because I have to for snapper fishing. But no. So I'm gonna take thick glue right here, y'all. Thick ultraviolet glue. And I totally missed the gap just then. I'm just doing this because it looks cool and to be funny. It would probably work better with smaller eyes, y'all. In fact, I'm almost 100% certain it would work better with smaller eyes. I'm just doing this to be funny. I'm just checking the gaps. It needs a little bit up top. I just made this fly to be those big old eyes. I mean, I think it looks cool, but because they're googly eyes, they move. I normally throw these on my big offshore flies. But I'll go sling it and try it out. Do I got some of my offshore flies right here? Yeah, I got a couple of offshore flies right here I've tied. Here's a couple of big offshore flies, y'all. So these is like what we use offshore for big Jack Crevalle and whatever else. These are big offshore flies. Well, there's one. It's got a giant 7/0 hook, a big old heavy hook. So I'm using a 12 weight or higher on the fly rod, a 12 weight or bigger on the fly rod with sinking line to sling these out there. There's another one. Big old offshore fly rod. I mean, flies, y'all. I was just showing y'all these. I got them tied sitting over here in the corner, but I'm doing good, DTO. There's one more. This one's a little smaller. You can actually use this one inshore if you want. I would throw this along the beaches for the bull reds, but yeah, I was just showing y'all these. I got a ton of offshore flies, but most of them are in the boat. You know, they're already in the boat. I keep the my big offshore fly rods and stuff are actually in the big boat, in the big bay boat, because obviously I use a bay boat offshore, and I just use a skiff inshore. That's just a little one we tied tonight. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. We tied about 4 different flies. We tied three little lightweight inshore flies, y'all. And then we tied this weird thing right here. And then that's about it. I guess that's gonna be it for tonight, y'all. It's about 10 o'clock. So thank y'all for watching, everybody. Y'all should check out my channel. I've released a couple of regular videos. If y'all want to check them out on my channel, y'all. And I will see y'all probably tomorrow. Thank y'all. Awesome. See you later, Country Carpenter. Black and redfish is awesome, dude. All right, see y'all later.